Hey everybody, I'm Ben Dorr with Minnesota Right to Life, and today we're going to set the record straight on where the candidates stand on the right to life in Senate District 10. If you haven't seen our full breakdown of the candidate survey program and the three candidates who are running in detail, go to the link above or below this video in the comments section. Look for the link, and it's right there for you. You can watch that breakdown yourself. But today, we're going to set the record straight on where these candidates actually stand, because there's a lot of mudslinging happening right now. We have all of the facts, and we're going to lay it out for you right now. So there's three candidates running: Nathan Wiesenberg, Steve Wenzel, and Jim Newberger. Today, we're going to focus on Wiesenberg and Newberger. Okay. So if you watched our other video, you already know that Nathan Wiesenberg filled out his Minnesota Right to Life candidate questionnaire 100% pro-life. He said that he will, and the number one thing we want to focus on here is his total commitment to life at conception legislation, to essentially, effectively ending abortion in Minnesota altogether. His opponent, on the other hand, Jim Newberger, who's also running for Senate in Senate District 10, again, if you watch our other video, is straight up lying about Nathan Wiesenberg and lying about his own record. And we're going to set that straight right now. Again, as a 501c4, it is not our job to endorse candidates. We don't support candidates. We don't tell you who to vote for. It's our job to give you all the facts on where they stand and let you decide. So right out of the gate, again, Nathan Wiesenberg filled out our Minnesota Right to Life candidate questionnaire 100% pro-life, promising to push for life at conception legislation. On the other hand, Jim Newberger voted for taxpayer funding for abortions. Okay. He voted for Senate File 2 on May 25, 2017, which funded the death of 20,000 babies through the medical assistance program that the taxpayers fund and that Jim Newberger voted for when he was in the House. Okay. Planned Parenthood takes this money and they're performing abortions for free on taxpayers' dime because of Jim Newberger's vote. Now, he can sit there, and he is right now, talking about all these other bills that he co-authored, these other bills he voted for, yada, yada, yada. But the bill that became law, the bill that actually went through and was signed by Mark Dayton, that bill funded the death of 20,000 babies. And on Jim Newberger's communication, he's saying that he's proud of his vote and he would do it again. Now, the other day, and this is the post I'm reading off of, a post here from Rocks and Cows of Minnesota Facebook page. There's some good people do some good work. So Rocks and Cows of Minnesota is bringing this to light as well. So Jim Newberger, now this is a picture they sent out. Jim Newberger texts out into the district and says, Nathan Wiesenberg agrees to abortions up to 15 weeks per the KTLF radio debate on July 28th, 2022. Vote for all unborn babies. Vote for Jim Newberger. 100% blah, 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 blah. And he goes on. I can't see the rest of it. So you're asking yourself, well, does Nathan Wiesenberg agree to abortions up to 15 weeks? Well, first of all, again, he filled out our pledge in 100% support of life at conception, which is all abortions, okay, being banned. We don't want to kill babies. This is a pro-life state. But he was asked, or part of what he said, from my understanding, part of what he said during his interview on KLTF was, if a heartbeat bill comes to the Senate floor, or if a heartbeat bill ends up being what's pushed, he says, I'll push for a heartbeat bill. That's a good start. Okay. So he says, what I want is life at conception, but we can do a heartbeat bill, come back for life at conception. So his whole mode of operations here, his whole modus operandi is, what can we feasibly get past to end abortion in Minnesota? What can we do to get this done? He goes, life of conception, heartbeat bill. We're gonna hammer this through. And he promises that he's gonna force the votes on the Senate floor. Republicans aren't passing this legislation in the Senate. And Nathan Wiesenberg says, if I go there, I'm not going to do what party leadership tells me to do. We're going to force these votes and make these people vote yes or no on the lives of the unborn. And so he says, we want life at conception, but we'll push for we'll push for a heartbeat bill, and we'll come and whatever it takes. That's his whole point. Whatever it takes. We'll do heartbeat bill. We'll do life at conception. We'll pass it all. And so because he said that he would vote for a heartbeat bill, lying Jim Newberger comes out and says Nathan Wiesenberg agrees to abortions up to 15 weeks. You are a lying snake, Jim Newberger. You voted to kill 20,000 babies with my tax dollars, with the people, with you guys who are watching, with your tax dollars. He voted to kill those babies. He voted to fund their death. And because Nathan Wiesenberg is saying, whatever it takes, man, we'll do life at conception, we'll force votes, we'll do a heartbeat bill, whatever it takes. Because he's out there fervently pushing for these things. Jim Newberger goes, well, a heartbeat bill is abortions up to 15 weeks, so I can turn around and tell all the voters in Senate District 10 that Nathan Wiesenberg supports abortion up to 15 weeks. You're a liar. You're a liar, Jim Newberger. You were a liar in the legislature. You were a weak rhino as a state representative, and now you're running to become a senator, and you'll straight up lie about Nathan Wiesenberg's 100% commitment to the issue of life. And this is the text that Newberger is sending out. And again, you can see all of this on the Rocks and Cows of Minnesota Facebook page. Here's a statement that was put out by Nathan Wiesenberg. Says, as a biologist, Nathan Wiesenberg not only knows what a woman is, he knows that life begins at conception. Nathan Wiesenberg has signed a pledge to do what the other two career politicians in this race never did while they were in office: author and force a vote on life at conception legislation. Nathan Wiesenberg's opponent may twist his words to the contrary. Now, this is, again, Jim Newberger, but Nathan knows that life begins at conception. He will fight to pass a law to protect the unborn as early as possible. These are the lies and the political spin and the total BS that get pushed and pushed and pushed by lying politicians. It's what makes people disgusted with politics. And Jim Newberger should be ashamed of himself. So now you have the facts. Now you have the truth. Nathan Wiesenberg, in his pledge to Minnesota Right to Life and to pro-life voters in Senate District 10, has sworn to be the state's champion in the Senate on behalf of the babies. Jim Newberger, on the other hand, when he was a state representative, he was a schwarmy, slimy, two-timing, backstabbing rhino who voted to kill babies when he funded the HHS omnibus bill, Senate File 2, on May 25, 2017. It funded the death of 10,000 babies in 2017 and 10,000 more babies in 2018. That's the truth. Those are the facts. So, guys, when you go out to vote on Tuesday, August 9th, vote pro-life. If you see Jim Newberger, if you talk to him, tell him to apologize for being a liar, for being a straight up liar. He can talk about his Christian values, but he doesn't. You cannot be a Christian and vote for the death of babies. You cannot worship the Christ who hung on that cross and vote to kill the most innocent, defenseless among us. And that is what Jim Newberger did. Those are the facts. He can co-sponsor as many pro-life bills as he wants to, but they didn't become law. The babies haven't been saved, and the bill that he did vote for and did get passed killed 20,000 children. Yet he's going to stand here and smear the biggest pro-life champion, the biggest pro-lifer who's running in Senate District 10. It's an absolute shame. Jim Newberger, you should apologize. You should apologize to the voters. You should apologize. You should ask God to forgive you for your wicked vote and now for your lies. So share this video, guys, with everybody you know. Again, for the total breakdown of our candidate survey program, there's links attached to this video. You can watch it there. Share this video with everybody you know in Senate District 10 who loves the right to life. Make sure they all have the facts. God bless you all. Take care. We'll talk soon.